Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, I'm Chelsea. Today I'm going to be showing you Explode the Code. I have the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. This is actually my first time to ever use Explode the Code, and when I was looking into it, there wasn't a ton of videos on it. There was some, but I thought I'm gonna do my flip throughs like I like to do. If you've seen my review videos, you know they're very detailed, and some people probably think they're way too long because they're detailed, but when I'm buying a book online, I want to see what those pages look like and get a real good feel before I order them. And I live in a town that does not have any great big wonderful homeschool bookstore, so I do a lot of my shopping online, and I bet a lot of you do too, so I thought I would show you. Now, I have not taught any of my kids to read through Explode the Code, so I can't tell you right now if that works very well. My two oldest girls I taught to read through Hooked on Phonics, really liked it, worked really well. My son came around and he just threw me for a loop. I won't go into the whole story because this is about Explode the Code, but I knew I needed something different for him, so I was doing Bob Books for him, and he seemed to enjoy that. And then I also taught my 5-year-old how to read using Bob Books. I've also used Reading Eggs just as a supplemental thing for all 4 of my kids who are doing school. My 3-year-old also plays games on there, but she's obviously not trying to learn to read. My kids have all learned to read at different ages. My oldest learned to read before she was 6, but she didn't really get real good at it until she was 6. Somewhere between 6 and 7 is where she really got good at it, and she wasn't reading chapter books until probably 7. She went to public school for 2 years. Another long story that we won't get into. So my second daughter, my second child, she learned to read at 4. She was into chapter books by 5. She just is a reader, reads. And then my son, so he is 8, and he is still reading small books like Bob Books, but the ones with like kind of a paragraph at the bottom, not just like Matt Sat. I recently bought him Hooked on Phonics chapter books that I remember doing with my girls, and he's doing very well with those. It just takes him a little longer. So he's 8, and he's reading about where my girls were when they were 4 to 6, but that's okay. He tries very hard. And then my 5-year-old, she can read more than she wants to read. Does that make sense? So she can read almost any Bob book. She opens it up, reads it, does fine with it, but I just needed something to reinforce some of those skills. So for my 8-year-old who kind of struggles, and for my 5-year-old who can read pretty well but just needs some reinforcement, I got Explode the Code. Now let's get into the review part of it. So we just started using these. I will do another review later after we've used them longer and let you know if we're still liking them. So I just went ahead and I ordered a bundle package. That's why I have 1 through 4, because I couldn't find one over just like the ones I wanted, and I was like, well, I'll order all 4. It was a pretty good deal, and I have 5 kids. Someone's going to be bound to be able to use it, so I know I'm not going to be wasting my money. So got them in the mail, looking through them, and I realized Explode the Code 1 is definitely too easy for my 8-year-old. It's almost too easy for my 5-year-old, but I thought I'm going to start her out at 1 and just make sure all the skills she has right now are really solid, and then I'll go and purchase her a 2, because I figured my 8-year-old was going to start on the 2, and then of course he'll use the 3 and he'll use the 4. So I'll have to order my 5-year-old the other ones if I decide that I like the way they're working. So we'll start with book 1, Explode the Code. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see what it covers. It will tell you at the beginning all of the lessons. Okay, so it covers all of your short vowel sounds. That's basically what this covers, and like I said, it's kind of easy for my 5-year-old. I know my son at 5 would have been great. This would have been perfect for him. So it depends on your child. You have to judge it yourself. So here it was just kind of reviewing. Here's your consonant. Find the word that matches it, that starts with it. And that was the same thing here. And of course you could color these if you wanted to. My 5-year-old has days where she loves school and that's all she wants to do, and days where she doesn't want to. So that's just how it goes. More of that consonant. So that was all review. And then lesson 1 starts with short A. Now she can read and she can usually figure out if it's supposed to say short A or long A just by the word, but I thought it would be good to just review and get everything really solid like I said. And she did this and she's like, "This is too easy, Mom," and she just laughed and laughed and laughed. She thought that was so funny. And here she can write A's, but just make sure they're neat and tidy and kind of give her a workbook to do that she feels like is a big kid workbook. But like I said, some 5th graders, this would be, not 5th graders, 5-year-olds, this would be great for. Just depends on your kid. So you can see here's what you're doing. You're picking out all the sounds. Does it start with B or G? In the middle, do you have A or N? And at the end, do you have F or T? And I didn't explain, but over here you pick, here's the word, you choose the drawing, you write the word. I like how it's repetitive in its words, but not repetitive in its assignments. So that way you are reviewing your words until you have them mastered without getting bored. It's not a drill and kill type thing. So here you would read the sentence and put an X, well, next to the one that matches the picture. So here's the picture. The bat is fat. I was reading it like baseball bat. I'm like, that's not a baseball bat. And here you just write the word. So here you should kind of know them, right? And you go on to lesson 2. More short A, kind of different words. Okay, so you're going to go through that for all of your lessons. It's the same thing, it just switches it up enough for you not to get bored. Hey, baby. Hold on, sweetie. Talking to my 3-year-old Aria here. So this is what it does, and then you will get to, if I can find it, here's short I's, and that's lesson 4. So this is what this book looks like. So you would do all of your short I's. Can you go ask Melissa? Thank you. And then it's bringing in some of those short A's. Then on lesson 6, you're on short U's. Okay, so here it's kind of throwing it all at you. U, A, U, I. Kind of like a review, making sure you're learning new stuff, not forgetting the old stuff. So you can kind of get a gist here of how this works throughout the book. Okay, I'm not going to finish it up. If you want to see the very last page so you kind of know how it ends, I will show you, but we got to show you other books too. So it ends, you're reading this, circling the word that finishes it, and here, like this is towards the end, you're writing the word that goes with the picture. You are reading this. It says to read it, or no, it says for me to read it and them to write it. So like a spelling test type of thing, and that is how that book works. So that is Explode the Code 1. So Explode the Code 2 is where I decided to start my 8-year-old. Your kid might be younger and be ready for this, might be 8 also, older. It depends on your kid. I thought it's going to be kind of easy for him, but that's what I want. So he feels really confident because that's a big thing for him. If he feels inferior to the book, he does not do as well. Here's all the things it covers. So you're basically doing consonant blends, which he knows most of, but sometimes he gets them mixed up. So you can see this is where he started. Clown, you circle cla. Blocks, you circle blah. And I drew in these lines just because if he sees a whole bunch of words, he can't always tell in which order they want you to work. And then he's just writing. So it's kind of similar in its activities as volume 1. It just has harder things to write. You're not just writing a letter now, you are writing words. And then instead of like doing, you know, if it was bat, but, you're doing your consonant blends, gla, s. So that's how that works. And then over here, you're just checking off if it can happen. That is as far as we got. We started these books and then we had a sickness at our house. So here they have to be able to tell clip, right clip, flag, right flag. Okay, you are circling the consonant blend that goes with it. And here you are circling the same word, plum, plum. So it goes through this way, Lots of circling and writing. I like that some of it is just circling because his hand, with his handwriting issues, gets really tired. So if he has a day or a time where he can just put an X or put a circle, that makes my day easier because it means that when he's having to write in other areas, he won't complain as much. So this is how this book works. Very similar in style. It's just getting harder as you go. So I will flip to the back, towards the back of this one. You can see you're doing the same thing. Your words are getting a little harder. But I like that because they know what's coming next, but they are slowly stretching their skills. And that's what I want. I want them to feel confident, but challenged at the same time. And then again, so read, give them their little test here. Oh, this is fun. They have to finish the word. All right, so that is Explode the Code 2. These I looked on when I looked into them when I first got them, 3 and 4. Then I haven't looked in them again, so this will be fun. All right, there you go. Silent E, 1 syllables. Yes, 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 all kinds of things. Okay, and I figured my 8-year-old could do this, but like I said, I just wanted him to feel confident in what he was doing. So I thought we would slow down. There's no rush. We all learn to read. So you can see here what you're doing. You're saying the vowel's name. My phone keeps a buzzing on the table. Let's move it. Okay. Here you are writing what you see, so it's in the same fashion as the other ones, but here you're looking at the difference. Cut or cute. Mad, made is what you would write. Cub, cube. That'll be good for him because sometimes he'll say k-u-b-eh, and I'm like, no, it's just, you know, it'd be cube. So that'll be good when he gets there. And this might have been a good fit. Like I said, I just wanted him to slow down and make sure everything was advancing in good time. So yes, very similar. Okay, we're gonna skip some pages. Okay, your words are getting bigger. You're having your consonant blends plus silent E's. I'm gonna skip some more here. So you can see how it's just like a real slow progress, but I think I'm gonna like it a lot. And I think so far they are liking it too. That's good. Really make sure they're reading every letter and blend the way they're supposed to and not just guessing by the picture. Because I know kids do that, or at least mine do. Maybe yours don't. Okay. Getting close. We're down here on lesson 11. Now, obviously this won't take a whole year to get through. I mean, it could if you're doing a lot of other stuff. Okay, we're going to get back here close to the end. So here you're putting it all together. Which way? It says s, I, u. Make sure you get your vowel combinations in the right way also. Alright, and it ends in a similar fashion. Teacher dictated. So that's a lot of words to write. Did you see all the words? That's a lot of words, y'all. Okay, so those are all the words they should have mastered by the time they're done. And then you circle so they get little kind of reading comprehension questions at the end there. And that is 3. Now you can see this goes to 8. Alright, let's do a quick flip through of 4. Oh, let me show you what's in it. If I can get my one-handed hand to work. Okay, lots of things. Compound words, common endings, all the things. Okay, so here you are splitting up your words. Inside, hillside, homesick. Finding the compound words that match the picture. Creating your compound words. Lots of nice big words in there. Putting your check marks, filling in the blank, which means they should be able to read all of this by the time they get here, and these. And I think that that'll be the case. So again, in a similar fashion, you go through kind of all the same exercises. And I like that there's not a ton of color. It just is really distracting, honestly. And like I said, this means that they can come in color if they want to. So you can see here, you are just writing it and circling the picture. You are putting yes or no as an answer to these questions. Figuring out which sentence goes correctly with the picture. Filling in the blank. Writing down the words that go with this. Again, now this is consonants. That'll be good. Finding all those consonants, which one goes with which picture, counting up your consonants, creating your words, writing it, finding it, answering your questions. So, this is the order that the book goes in. Now we're going to skip some pages. Oh, my kids, whenever they get to words like this, are like, I can't say that though. So that'll be funny to get to. So you can just really see everything and the way this evolves. Getting up there, getting good words. Yes, I like it. Okay, words just keep getting bigger and bigger. And be smart little people when they get done. Okay, and then we'll kind of go, it should end probably, I'm gonna guess, the way the other ones end. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so you're splitting up those words. Okay, so here would be kind of like their little test, I guess. Look at all that, that's a lot of words. So they circle the word they hear. Then they write the words they hear. Then, oh, they fill in all the blanks. And that's the end of book 4. Okay guys, so I hope that was thorough enough for you. If you have any questions, as always, just put them down in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to talk about all of that with you guys. I think that we are going to really enjoy them. We're enjoying them so far. I'm ready to, now that we're all better, not sick, to get into it more and have some fun doing it. I think it'll be a good fit. I will maybe come back in a few months and let you know how we're enjoying it, how long they're taking us, and if we plan on continuing using them. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!